3 years, wow! I don't know what to say. Like, legitimately. Like, in real life, not so much, but channel-wise, 3 years flew by in, like, the blink of an eye. Like, I go back to the Chikoi streams sometimes to try to get clips from it, and I sound so completely different. And, like, I have some notes on a notepad document about, like, the stuff that I've been working on. Well, the stuff to talk about. Which actually, there we go. Like, it fills up so fast. Get rid of that, and I'll fix that later, because that was the tab that I used for following. What's... How do I transition into this? Because you probably saw the regrets in audio antics. I am completely sorry about, like, all the audio problems. Like, I know very frequently you can hear my mouth noises, and fixing that... It is a priority, but, like... I'm not an audio guy. Oh, fuck, right. Distracted. I should probably also say this is probably not going to be a long stream. It's just kind of me suiting the sit and, like, catching up. And answering DMs, apparently. But, like... As far as with that pause, I should probably go into, like, the regrets. One, I need to stop leaking shit accidentally. In my tabs, though there's never anything I wouldn't gleefully talk about anyway. My tabs, Discord servers accidentally. Stuff is not my fault, like... OBS for some reason does not like a lot of the stuff that I've been streaming. Like I noticed on The Force Awakens, it looked fine. And then when I was looking over it in Vegas to render it for YouTube, for that nice HD, suddenly like the lights were bugging out again. But like window capture, 3 years and many more to come, hopefully. I never asked this yet, but how are you tonight, Spit? Like me, as I said in Joe's stream and just now, we're probably just gonna suit the sit. I'm just probably gonna be giving like the press conference with. Why is Notepad broken? Yeah. Suiting the sit, like going down these topics. Had a sit day, so yeah, oof. Just work. Better now though, that's good to hear at least. Yeah, work. Laundry suck, don't they? At least working at one. Mine hasn't been too bad today, thankfully. Speaking of which, oh boy. I saw the next thing on my regret list. Trying to get working with the little Hulk to work via the Minecraft series. Which is fitting, because I also told him off just today, apparently. Apparently, that big bridge on the Minecraft server that I built, apparently that got blown up in the crossfire of the little Hulk fighting with his friend. Which, I do mean it when I say one day I want that world to come back. I'll move up. Regrets. Things that went. Oh, there you go. Things that went wrong. I mean, the Minecraft series, which like was supposed to be the test bed for the edited content, and it's slowly bleeding into the roguelike series, but like that's slowly. You know what leaking is. Though we haven't had anything as bad as the Claire Victorious incident, which I believe was the first year. Or year 2. Granted though, we've had some very yabai, as the VTubers say, things on the tabs, but as long as the things don't get... as long as the Twitch VODs or YouTube VODs don't get flagged, I don't care. Like, hell, I played Tamanin for the VOD channel a bit, so... Can't really say... I can't really throw shade there. But like... regardless of if it is a server or not, I do one day want to finish that Minecraft series. Like, even if it's just me, like, walking down a lonely, ruined world. Granted, I don't know if the Ender Dragon is still alive on that world, but we'll find out. With the levels of teamwork he displays with his friends, I don't think the Ender Dragon is dead, but he might surprise me. I'd be very proud of him if he did somehow slay the Ender Dragon on that server. Now that being said, I'm looking at LEGO Worlds on that regret list. Actually, let's just have it up. At the same time though, what more can I say about LEGO Worlds? Like, I do want that 100%, but it's like... I was so banking on that Discovery's trick working. Because I am so sick of that game set. And I have been thinking related to that. I know I said LEGO 2K Drive will be 80%. If we get to LEGO Movie 2, that will probably be 80% as well, because I hear LEGO Movie 2 is actually somehow worse than LEGO Worlds. Which scares me. It really does. RNG is XCOM levels of boost. I wouldn't quite go to XCOM levels. That being said, it is definitely in that ballpark. Like, for most things in LEGO Worlds, your odds are alright. It's just like you're going through so much. Well, XCOM would just simply the die is weighted against you. Like, it's fair, but like, it's weighted against you. Like, you might hit that 1% chance. It is a 1% chance. At the same time, you might miss that 90% chance. That's XCOM, baby, as the meme goes. What's... I may not like XCOM, but, like, I respect XCOM players for putting up with that shit. Like... It's not a game that, like, I utterly despise. It's a game that, like, I would like to understand, but, like... I've just not enjoy... I just don't enjoy it whenever I try it. I feel I'd rather play Disgaea or Super Robot Wars. Which, I mean... As a long project, I'd like to do Super Robot Wars one day, but it's like... When I was discovering that franchise, I wondered to myself why YouTubers skip, like, the Mook attack animations, or anything involving fighting the Mooks. Super Robot Wars T demonstrated to me why. Because I would love to skip so many of those Mook waves in that game. There's jarring. Like, to finish my Super Robot Wars tangent a little bit, as much shit as 30th gets for having, like, one wave or one enemy lineup per stage, at least that was a nice break from the just reinforcement spam of the usual series has. Like, I wouldn't call it better, but I also wouldn't call it worse. But on that note, I should go further down the list again. Like, one thing that was... I'm still kind of... happy vibing with is the room. Like... This desk that I'm turning on and off again. I have no reason to be so chuffed about it, but it's like... I just enjoy it. It's still... not really a room that, like, I'm satisfied with. Like, eventually we are gonna get rid of these boxes. As much as I do enjoy the jokes of the boxes. Like... I want to incorporate the jokes on the boxes, like the recycled jokes to better streamers and the totally not porn. Somewhere on, like, the room design, but, like, I'd have no idea how I'd incorporate that. But just making more of the same. But I suppose... Cat pics. Where is it? I love how many images I have for the background, but it makes it so hard to find specific ones. There we go. Oh, wow. The peak. And I'm happy with that. A little bit too much, actually, because then we'll go too far off OBS. There we go. We can achieve cat pics. Oh, so is that the fucking food box? Yeah, that's the fucking food box I did before I blue tacked down a plastic tray. I completely forgot we did that. But anyway, yeah, we do have cat pics now. And we do have a VOD channel, so I suppose I could clear out those two boxes. But am I gonna? Probably not. Moving PNG. Yeah, I really like the moving PNG. Like, that's probably my favorite upgrade beyond the disc. And even then, one of my favorite things about it is I get to change my looks. Like, as the collection grows, so do what I can use. What are some good ones? Though I will say that, because that does remind me, I did look up the dates just like inconsequently to EDF6. But it's not. Yeah, Gravity was. But that series is 10 years old. Probably over 10 years old now. Which makes me feel old. Like, we're reaching a point where the stuff that I'm into, that's not reaching 10 years old now, it's reaching 20 years old. Which I know is just part of getting old, but that doesn't mean that I have to be okay with it. Like, it's a lot of like, I'm very tempted to do what I do with the image in the background and just kind of change my me like every stream. Because, like, we get the game clean me's. Like, I change it once per month, and yeah, I change it once per month, so month by month, it does just slowly grow. Which I mean, would lead to a lot of fun for this. But that does actually remind me. I had one. I have a note on my notepad that, like, I'm slowly turning into a VTuber, thanks to stuff like the moving graphics. I am tempted to try to make the mouth move. Like, on stuff like this Killer Moth one that I'm using, which has no mouth anyway, I don't have to do much, because, like, there's no mouth. But, like, on the ones with a mouth, I wouldn't say no to, like, making it move. Make it look more realistic. Also saw it's possible to have, like, speech bubbles there, whatever you... Not speech bubbles, speaking icons show up whenever you're speaking. Also something I should look into. I know there's a thing called PNG tubers or something. Cause Bagel Blue is one. Kyrix, who is a friend of the Screech Squad crew. Not a friend of the Screech Squad crew, he is part of the Screech... They are part of the Screech Squad crew. God, usually I'm good about that. They also use a PNG tuber. I suppose I think that's perfectly possible. But I have completely lost my train. Oh, yeah. It's something that, like, I need to look into and, like, modify the ones with mouths accordingly. Also, we were talking about me's. I'd like more Sinwins. That's just me looking for excuses. So I suppose we'll talk about the me's. I should talk about the game clearing. This was last year's game clearing. One of my favorite moments of that is still the Sage me, just for trying to figure out, like, how her pattern works. Anyway, this is year 3. If you can correctly count, you'll see I cleared 2 more games than I did last year. Last year I went down each of my Miis like individually and talked about them as a project. I look back on that segment, it's like, this is incredibly dull. I also had the idea of just changing my Mii behind the desk while talking about the segment to try to jazz it up. If nobody minds, I'm not going to do that anyway. Because 1, the Mii in the background is obscured. And 2, I think it's better to just look at the highlights. Like, I always knew Yakuza was a good series. Yeah, see, I think I will do this. Nah, a little bit too much work. I always knew Yakuza was considered a really good series. And like, it almost spread like a virus, but among my friend group. Then playing one of the Yakuza games and then just telling everybody else, hey, play Yakuza, you're gonna enjoy it. I felt like I got a much deeper understanding of why that happens when I actually played Yakuza 0. But like, that was a game that like, you just immediately fall in love with. Speaking of which games that I immediately just fell in love with, Lego Pirates. There was a guy who popped up in my chat. First Harry Potter streamed, and one of their things was talking about how good it was. And they were doing it for a really good game. Like, when you Lego Pirates' biggest like issue is having on Stranger Tides, one of the less good movies involved with it. Which is a good flaw to have. Like, the Lego games are consistently good quality. Pirates is above like that consistent quality. I played Underhero, but not really so much to say about that. Kanban Cardboard. Eventually, I actually sent that game over to Bubby. It looked like something that she would enjoy. Did she ever play it? No idea. Also, to be honest, given that Connie is very clearly a black woman, I fully expect to get in trouble for this Mii one day. Number 5, which I believe is the first of the roguelike wins. Full Metal Furies, man. As you know, Iron Man, Avengers. That game was a lot better than I thought it was going to be. I thought Avengers was going to be just pure MCU trash. It was like a good game. No, it's actually pretty alright. The MCU stuff is still the most boring part to me, but like that's cause when I played Avengers, that is me like this late last year, who is incredibly bored of the MCU and its aesthetics. Also, speaking of like surprises, Formula Furies. One day I would love to play that game in like full party co-op, like how I feel that game is intended to be. But like, it does seem like a good party brawler. But Formula Fuse is also like Formula Fuse is also the first game that we cleared on the VOD channel as a pre-recorded segment. And I think doing that start us off on a bang. Mostly we cleared Affogato as sick. Mostly we can't even say it with a straight face. Also, we have a long list of them, like Affogato. I love that game. It's very much a Persona game. As in, it is long. Don't help this bi-weekly. Like a World's Armored Core 6 was, oh my fucking god. The head of From Software talked about how they want to make a Armored Core 7. If it's gonna be the quality of Armored Core 6, I am so looking forward to it already. Like, just inject that shit into my veins. But like, I am so happy with like how Armored Core 6 got received. Like, V4 Rusty was winning awards just for how sexy he sounded. It was a lot of fun. Like, I would honestly recommend that game. Even if you're not a mecha fan. Skatergate and Foregun. Skater Gamer was a game that, like, I don't understand why I had so much trouble as I did. But it was such a fun concept. Like, really made me want to get good at it. And Foregun I always heard, like, good things. It's a little bit jank in the end game, but, like, it's a good kind of jank. Oh wait, no, we did clear 2 games on the pre-record channel called Disgaea 7. I had so much fun with C4, and I'm glad that series is back to somewhat good quality. And Lego Ninjago. Supposed to double back to Avengers and Pirates. I almost wish that game wasn't based on the movie. It would be based on the TV show, just because the TV show would have given us like more to the game. But that game was so good. It was also so short. Like, that combat has got no right to be as good as it was, and I had so much fun because of that. So Roulette was for the Bubby pick, and I had fun with that. Batman 3 I had a lot of fun with, just because revisiting one of my favorite games. Skyrim was for the fucking... It was a fucking ordeal sometimes. Just because, like, I'm not a fan of Bethesda games. At least to the degree of Joe. But, like, it's wild to me that, like, not even halfway into their playthrough, I was seeing things that, like, most players statistically have never seen. And I'm greatly looking forward to, like, when Yakuza Kiwami is finished. Or at least the story is finished. Because going back to Skyrim to try to get more achievements, that's going to be more seeing, like, things players don't see. It will always be surreal that we can say that about a game as played as Skyrim. Like, I promise you, if you type in Skyrim onto YouTube with, like, latest, there's gonna be, like, a page or 2 of stuff uploaded just today. That game is evergreen. And played by actually thousands of players. But as far as that thousands of players is also what would be screwing those numbers. We'll say though, I can't wait till we get the mods. Boy. And then we get to Dragon Quest 2. One of the games that I had, like, thoughts about. I am so glad I played, like, one of the later versions. Because original Dragon Quest 2 sounds like actual hell. I will say though, now that I know the Dragon Quest remake is apparently gonna be Dragon Quest 1 to 3 now. Kind of wish I had waited on that game. But the Dragon Quest remakes using the Octopath Traveler engine, they look so gorgeous. Like, in the time it takes us to get through, like, the classic RPGs, that remake will probably be out. So we're at the final three, just because I was speedrunning. Let's see if I can make them bigger. But... so Elite Squad. Do I have to talk about Saints Row, actually? I kid. I can play the... no! Alright, stream's over, but... I kid. It was fun hanging out with Jet playing that game. And I do not regret at all the boss that we used, because that made the game so much more enjoyable. What Saints Row? Oh, the OGs are so good. Well, 3 of the 4 OGs. Like, our busted up design of the boss, that made the cleanup sessions off stream awful. But like when we played through the actual game story, it made the cutscenes so much better. Like if I ever managed to do the Wesleyan things without being scuffed. Oh fuck, that's something we should put on the list. I'm gonna have to focus on making recreating that boss in that engine. Just for the antics that they'll bring. Yeah, once more. It's not bad, it's just dated. Also, as an aside, I'm looking at the series Black Me. And it is occurring to me that, like, I just did, like, a straight black line for the wand. Same with what I did for Lupin. Hell. Should still be relatively close to my game clearing. There you go. Like, literally the same process. But it's occurring to me, I don't think I actually checked what color Sirius Black's wand is. If it is not black, oops. But Lego Harry Potter. That game was a lot more fun than I thought it would be. Like, I thought I had played it. Like, during the process of 1 to 4. Part of me thinks I might have with, like, how fast we're getting through that game. But at the same time, I don't have any memories besides, like, the spider level. It's probably gonna happen on Sunday again, now that I think about it. So nowadays I'm leaning to the fact that, like, I have not played 5 to 7. But if it was indeed my first time playing through that game, oh boy. I should have got to that game far sooner than I did, because, like, just adding some of the small mechanics, like Arthur Weasley being able to repair vehicles, that makes the game so much less tedious. Also, 5 to 7, you are played as the non-Harry, Hermione, Ron cast a little bit more often. I find an adult that's making it a lot better for me. Because, I mean, you can tell by the two Harry Potter me's on screen right now where my modern sensibilities lean with that franchise. But, like, now that we're done with the me's, because there's not really much I can say about Elite Squadron, I was thinking about these images. Probably because I remember the couple times I've seen somebody say something along the lines of, "Do you realize how many games I've cleared on?" No, say that's me. Somebody say something along the lines of, "Do you realize how many games I've cleared this year?" Like it's some sort of own. Maybe I should have like a 3.5 for the rest of this year. Just so that my game clean me's from then on become, I suppose it would be 2025 and up, wouldn't it? Right, I'm going to have to head off. Congrats on the 3 years. I hopefully will not be too much longer. But I have, oh fuck, I have 6 segments left. $37.35. If nobody minds, I might speedrun the rest of these segments. But I do intend to not be up very long. That being said, let's change to me again. Just cause, like, I get to do that all stream. So I'm gonna have a lot of fun with doing that. But yeah, I think I might have a 3.5 year just to, like, balance out the years. Also means next time I see some prick saying that in Discord, I can just be like, I can sew my clearing. But I mean, like, this is something purely for me, myself, and I. But I was saying earlier, it does have its advantages. Anyway, finishing that roguelike series, 58 games, so locks on new game. I could go up to 60, because I keep saying 60 unwittingly. But, like, I don't like the odds of, like, each individual game. Like, 1 in 58 chance is having a noticeable negative effect on that series. Granted, next year, as in 2025, I want to make that series yearly. Monthly. Just gotta speed up the general progressing a little bit. But I still don't like how slow some games like Death Must Die, Warworld, Vampire Survivors. I still don't like how slow they're making progress. Granted, there are some games like Duskers where it's like, I don't think I'll be making fast progress regardless. Also, we haven't really been using the viewer rule because, like, we just have not been getting viewer requests. Which is a darn shame, but, like, that's fully on my feet. I need to be the guy that grows the community. Which also means I should probably start advertising myself more. With something I can list in regrets, but I did not. But to be fair, if you look on the roguelike playlist, which I believe I misspelled. I should probably fix that. I think you'll see there is 4 unreleased videos right now. 1, 2, 3. Okay, there's 3 unreleased videos right now. I don't know how this is gonna play up with, like, viewer requests. But at the rate that I'm going, you do put a request via Twitch subs or YouTube members, you gotta be waiting at least 6 months. I don't like that. We're gonna have to figure out some sort of middle ground. What is that? No idea. But we will have to figure something out. I don't know, roguelike series, what's next? The Steam Next Fest. Also things for like I need to work out the kinks. Because every time now I've had to scramble and try to clear as many games as I can before the next fest is over. We need to figure I need to figure out a better system than that. It's not fair on the games, it's not fair on you to view, not fair on you the viewers, not fair on me. But I'm driving myself crazy trying to get all these games well presented. You're getting lackluster quality, and the devs are sometimes not getting their games thrown off in the best light. It is definitely an area that I need to improve on. Which, to be fair, I feel a lot of that area is my own time management. Nice plot. And what's next on the list? Oh yeah, edited content. I need to get off my ass about that. I keep telling myself I'm gonna try to make at least 1 clip a day. And slowly working through my backlog of VODs that way. I'm not sure how that would work through the backlog, statistically speaking. I mean, say you get through a, I don't know, 10-minute chunk a day, or I get through. Well, 3 times a week I stream for now 2 hours. Just saying. But eventually I need to make a conscious effort to get through these VODs. Get edited content out on the main channel. But it's supposed to be a main channel after all. And try to grow a community that way. But I understand, you see a channel full of hour-long VODs and hour-long videos. You think to yourself, I don't have time to wait for all that. And I understand. I really do. But I want to try to keep this stream quick. Which I mean, we are now what? But I think we're gonna make good time now. Also, I've been trying to learn how to make YouTube shorts, because apparently that's big meta thing. Makes me feel like a boomer. Supposedly there's a program I can just drag and drop clips into, and that will make YouTube shorts. Many YouTubers I've heard mention that does not drop the name. Useful. But I know, I'll figure it out eventually, even if I have to make some DMs. Or work out the nerves to make some DMs. So speaking of which, collabs. I've been. This is the year where, like, we started collabing. Like, you've probably heard me on Jet Kronos' channel. Let's give him a what's if you are hearing this, so you like what you hear. He does better content than me, I swear. With Spitfire Fox, the guy who was in my chat just now, I've been collabing with him for Lego Star Wars The Force Awakens. Because, yes, I've stopped apologizing for that, but, like, it's still me bitching about the sequel trilogy for God knows how fucking long. But I do feel a little bit bad about. Because the game is very clearly good, but, like, I'm not gonna like it just cause of sequel Disney era Star Wars. And, like, I feel like a prick, but at the same time, there's even the best game is just gonna make me, like, want my Star Wars back. And my Star Wars tended to be better quality. Like, no, abort. This is not the time to talk about allocate. Allocate. We can do that on Sunday. Saturday. Oh yeah. Eventually I do want to do something with Smash. And I want to do something with Bubby. But, like, with Smash, we just need to work something out. It's like, I should. I'm just bad about that. I do own a game of Brutal Legend as well. Bobby is like, does he want to make the jump onto, like, internet content? Even if it's just, like, part-time for me. And that's a choice that, like, she needs to make herself. Not me. I mean, like, say I want to go back to, like, being an anon on the internet. Do I get to? Well, no. Is that a bad thing? Not really. At least as long as I stay small. Like, I know there's some large streamers where, like, bad apples have grown just by, like, just too many members of the community. You just can't police them all. I mean, to be fair, there's only so much a streamer can do. Like, if it happens outside of my chat, what? How would I even know? And my chat is slow. Would hate to go through, like, Proton John's chat and have to police everybody. I suppose, well, speaking of other streamers, eventually I also want to collab with some of my raid targets. Like, slowly I've been building up that list just for, like, deciding, hey, let's raid somebody new. There's so many good ones, like, live right now is Sleepsy VT, Mid Princess, Voltree, and Blissful Ignore. I think have fun with all of those people. But they're fun. I don't really know what's left to say about the last segment either. I will say I should make a hard list. Like maybe have something underneath the Twitch channel. like a old head Sonic fan, I still what's called Fastest Finger Live has got a list of his upcoming stream projects. And he's working for a lot, holy shit. Oh, fuck. Don't say you're not muted yet. Mute your mic and then blow your nose. Oh, what's it saying? Oh, yeah. He's got a list and I should get something like that. Like, I promised Sante and Zelda 2 at the end of both their streams, respectively. Or previous entry, respectively. And I didn't mean it, it's just like... After my terrible sewing on the Game Boy Sante... Oh, sorry, Game Boy Color Sante. I want to do a practice run of Risky's Revenge, I think is the next one. And Zelda 2 just scares me. Well, like, both of them are coming. Actually, you've seen the script for that in my tabs, but, like, I don't think I've actually sewn off the script since, like, initially calling attention to it. There's what's left of the LEGO series, which is probably gonna bleed its way over to 2025. Not that I mind. Especially if we mix in 2K Drive and Horizon Zero Dawn. Like, it's rather like we're almost at the end of it. Like, I know it's something that, like, always would logically happen, but, like, this saying something's gonna happen and then it actually happening. I mean... when it does happen, it's gonna be a wild ride. It would have been a wild ride. And I'm glad that I took it. But there's also Skyrim, the 100% achievement one, which we're gonna return to after Yakuza 1. Gonna be interesting. And with Yakuza, we're gonna try to keep a steady course. We'll do one Yakuza game, a big project, then the next Yakuza game in the line. And of course, when we get to them, I'll gladly throw in Judgment, Gaiden, the Samurai game if we can. Also, the Fist of the North Star game if we can. I'd love to do that, but it's currently locked to the PS4. Yakuza will be a staple on this channel for a while. Which, given how good the games are, I am not complaining at all. And finally, Warhammer 1. I forget what stream I said this in. Probably last Power World stream. If I ever actually win a campaign with the Empire, which is what the plan for game clearing that is going to be, I'm half tempted to just, like, start that playthrough immediately. Because Warhammer 2 introduced the Tomb Kings, and that's what really put those games on my radar. But thankfully, that is the last of my topics. It's... what do I say? I don't have any words to convey, just like how much fun this year has been. Well, gaming-wise. And stream-wise. Like, in real life, I'm not hyped for the rest of this year and next year. But in the context of streaming, I don't know if I sounded or not, but I'm incredibly excited. And I hope Everybody in the chat right now, all 0 people. Anybody who watched the VOD, which I didn't even know people watched Twitch VODs until I started streaming on my own. And everybody who watches this YouTube upload, which I will try to get on the channel as soon as I can. Thank you. From the bottom of my heart. I can't appreciate you enough. Here is to not just 3 more. Here is to 6 more. Here is to 9 more. Here is to us going until the gas runs out or whatever. Like, I talk about monetization a lot. Just 'cause, like, I gotta live. I gotta get family off my asses when it comes to stuff like this. But, like, if I do this and I don't make a dime, part of me doesn't care. Just 'cause, like, I enjoy it so much. Well, that... how do I even end this off? I look forward to... Yeah, let's make one more change. Let's end this off on me, actually. Seems fitting. But that... I don't know what it's gonna be on the VOD channel. I'll be honest, I don't give a fuck right now. But I hope next time we meet on Twitch at least, it'll be tomorrow for more Power World. Which, I don't know what about that, but that's been attracting so many bots. I was kind of sad about that one last stream. But I digress. I'm gonna let you go. Till next we meet. Good luck. And here's to another good year, but well, on stream. Have fun, everybody.